I saw bro in the pop out with them, but been dick riding gang since headlines.
Drake?
What's going on with Drake and LeBron? This beef is never gonna end. Ever since that boy Brown was at the pop out, Drake will not let it go. We gonna talk about Drake's new song, What Did I Miss? Y'all better lock in, like the video and subscribe. Let's get it. So lately, instead of talking about Kendrick, Drake has been focused on this back and forth that he's had with LeBron James. And I think overall, Drake feels like a lot of people turned on him during the beef, but I think the LeBron thing really got him in his feelings. Now, is it rightfully so? Sure, I can see Drake being upset, but I want to play y'all a couple of things he said in this new song. We're going to talk about the rollout because he was actually in the streets of Toronto earlier, but y'all can tell who he's talking about when he says stuff like this.
How can some people I love hang around pussies who try me? Let's go.
So, how come people I love hang around coochies who tried me? Well, who been doing that? Who is somebody he loves? Drake has been talking about, hey, me and LeBron used to run a two-man. That's what he said on the other little freestyle he put out. Remember when he put out that freestyle on that long video? And I bring that two-man thing up because he actually talks a little more about that in this song too. And I don't really like that from Drake. Why you keep talking about LeBron's personal business? Why you trying to air him out for cheating on his wife? But when we talk about the relationship between Drake and LeBron, they used to hang out. Drake was cool with the kids, but as Kendrick said, you know, LeBron, keep the kids away from him, Brian. And then I was wondering too, like if that had anything to do with LeBron not messing with Drake. Like, did he start to think Drake was a weirdo? But nevertheless, you know, the way we see Kevin Durant and Drake, apparently that's how close he used to be with LeBron. And now he done switched him out. He got KD at his house now instead of LeBron. But I want to play y'all a couple more lyrics.
I saw bro in the pop out with them, but been dick riding gang since headlines.
I saw bro at the pop out. He been dick riding since headlines. Now, I mean, at this point, it's obvious. It's obvious who he talking about, you know. Now he's actually addressing LeBron going to the pop out, being there with his wife, while Kendrick is playing Not Like Us about 20 times. Even Northwest was there. I can't like that's the thing that tripped me out. That's the thing that still trips me out. When I was watching the pop out, I saw Kanye's daughter there, and I'm like, where's her supervision? I didn't see Kim. It looked like she just walked up there after school or something like that, and she was in there going crazy. I really got to confess this. Drake, Northwest, she was going hard for Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? I know you cool with the Kardashians and stuff like that. I really feel like you should be beefing with Northwest instead of LeBron, because North was in there like she was going crazy. She was like, minor. Y'all probably didn't peep that. I'm like, ain't Drake cool with Kim? Anyway, he also said this.
It feels like nobody's there until you start giving out two tones.
Now, the two-tone thing is apparently he gave LeBron some kind of watch at one point in time. I think it was like a two-tone Rolex, which, come on, Drake, it's LeBron. You think he give a fuck about a Rolex? I'm just saying, you know, these are things we know about their relationship. And so, yeah, he's still dissing LeBron.
When you was all in my crib, looking at hoes, word for word at all.
Hold on. That's why I brought up the two-man thing, because now you saying you at my crib looking at hoes. It's like, come on. And that's my thing. Y'all know I love Drake. I love Kendrick. But I'm going to call both of them out when I feel like they doing something I don't like. And in this instance, I don't like how Drake is constantly trying to get LeBron in trouble at home. To hear another man constantly trying to call out another man for, you know, potentially cheating on his wife or stepping outside of his marriage, it just feels very feminine. It feels like the same stuff I was talking to y'all about when I said some of the stuff Pusha T be talking about in his raps recently. A lot of these rappers, they like to get into the gossip TMZ, you know. They always want to bring the tea. I got the tea, I got the tea, I got the tea. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that as a man. And so, yeah, I don't like when Drake is constantly trying to bring that up.
Word for word at all of the shows, you always felt like this, man. What did I miss?
Said, you was at the shows word for word. I remember seeing LeBron at them concerts, you know, acting like he was, you know, all up in. And now he joined the other team. He got his wife wearing PG Lang shirts at the Olympics. Now, also, how do I feel about Drake, you know, seemingly being so hurt about his relationship with LeBron being in pieces? I mean, it's like, you a grown man, bro, but I don't know what they shared. Maybe him and LeBron, you know, because see, you could tell they was close when Drake was on The Shop. And it did seem like he was going to LeBron almost like a mentor. And see, this was the issue with Drake and Kanye. At one point in time, the streets say, I can't tell y'all how I know this, but, you know, Drake would go to Kanye as almost, you know, like a father figure to get advice, to, you know, help him out, I'm assuming with issues in the industry or life and stuff like that. So when Kanye snaked Drake, but it hurt Drake so bad because he actually was looking up to Kanye like, you know, this guy that he looked up to or a close friend in the industry. And I think he did the same thing with LeBron, because I remember in that conversation on The Shop, Drake was talking about how he was calling LeBron to get advice on how he should handle the Kanye situation. And now I feel like Drake has gone through that with Kanye and now LeBron. And I don't know, maybe he's having trust issues with the industry. But I always tell y'all this, like, y'all can tell me some of these people are the bestest of friends. Oh, yeah, Pharrell, you know, he birthed Pusha T's baby. I don't care about none of that stuff y'all talking about. I do think it's a difference between industry friends and real friends. I think the people that Drake came up with, just like Mav and all those people that LeBron came up with, those are their real friends. I don't think people should put that much stock in industry friends, people that you meet in the industry. I don't care how long y'all have had an industry relationship. Drake is the guy who said, you know, y'all call people brother too much. Remember he said that? And now he's making that same mistake. Now the rollout was cool. He did a live and he started late. He was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. And so he did a little video and he started driving an ice truck that said Iceman. Y'all know the next album is called Iceman. And he was driving through Toronto. And I honestly think this was a response to Kendrick, as far as, you know, everybody popping out to Kendrick's concert. I think he wanted to remind people that, you know, hey, people still love me in Toronto. So everywhere he went, people were saying, oh, I love you, Drake. You the greatest, Drake. You my favorite artist. It was all of these fans. And it was like everywhere he went, people was treating him like, you know, the greatest thing to ever touch the earth, okay? It was one guy he kind of got into a little argument with, but it was real quick. The guy was kind of scary. Obviously, Drake riding around with like a whole bunch of security. But, and I saw somebody said that was a Kendrick fan. I don't know. But other than that, it was all love in his city. And I think he wanted to prove like, yo, this is my city. You know, everybody still love me. And also, I think the reason he's calling the album Iceman is because, you know, he feels like his heart is cold as ice now. You know, everybody turned their back on me. They all switched to the other side. Now I'm the Iceman. I'm cooking up this ice. You know, it's hot outside. It's a heat wave. I got the ice. Now, I did see people floating this around. I checked LeBron's Instagram. I didn't see this on his story. I don't know if this is old. I don't know if this is before the new Drake track came out or after. But he said, therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a F. So it looks like there's no love lost with LeBron and Drake at this point, but obviously Drake feels some type of way to still be mentioning LeBron in his music, okay? But other than that, I really do like the song. Like, I know that's kind of crazy for me to say, yeah, I don't like what Drake said at this one part. I don't like him trying to dirty Mac LeBron, but at the same time, I think the song is really good. I always like a good beat change. If y'all know me, I love a beat change. A beat change is like a cheat code for me. And Drake is notorious for giving us fire beat changes throughout the song. He kind of comes in real fast and heavy in the beginning, and then he slows it down with the sample beat at the end. I think the song is fire. I like it way better than the Fighting Irish song. That's the name of that song. I knew I was going to remember it at some point. Yeah, I like it way better than that. And, he talks about LeBron for a little bit, but then he starts talking his like Drake stuff. And, oh yeah, Shorty is thicker than, the football team, the Florida Rams or something. I don't know what he was saying, but like he still talks his Drake stuff in between, him talking about LeBron. And I think it's a good song for summer. It's definitely in my rotation. I definitely saved it to the playlist. But, I got to come on here and do my job and explain, what's going on to y'all. But y'all tell me what y'all think about the new Drake song. What did I miss? And what do y'all think about this failed relationship between LeBron and Drake? Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all later on today. I know I got a video coming up. I just forget what it is, but I'm going to see y'all with another video. Happy 4th of July, by the way. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.